There we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Where did I put my mug? Oh, right here. Found it. Mug. Good evening. How are you guys? Hope you have a wonderful evening. It's Tuesday, and that means it's time to fly some spaceships. And today we're heading out into the black. And gonna be doing some casual exploration. I'm still running in my new sticks and the new bases here. Getting used to them, so that's why I named it Learning to Fly again, because every time I swap out something in my hotels, my flight setup, it's like learning to fly all over again, because, yeah. I mean, this, if you didn't watch the last live stream, we spent like 3.5 hours last week setting up the new hotels, that doesn't mean is it HOTAS, or I guess it's HOSAS, but the throttle works kind of like a the second stick works as a throttle, so I don't know. I guess it's technically a HOSAS instead of this dual stick. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm gonna have to learn that. So if I'm messing up my key bindings, I don't know where to press or stuff like that, I was doing the live stream, then please bear with me. I hope it's gonna be fine. So before we jump into the game and we begin to, I guess it's the HOSAS. I guess HOSAS. Hold on, I need a graphic upgrade here. I can actually see. Dunkel, I actually wanted to try and add them to YouTube so people could use the new emojis here on YouTube as well, but YouTube was very finicky and very specific about resolutions and file formats and stuff like that. So I thought I could just, steal them off Discord and just upload them straight away. But YouTube was a little finicky, so I didn't upload them before the live stream. But they will be coming to YouTube as well. Yeah, I tried to upload it. YouTube shouted at me, and then I was like, okay, afterwards, we can talk about it after the live stream, about the exact format that YouTube wants. You shouldn't have an on-air sign turn. Should you have the... Yes, Michael, you're absolutely right. The on-air sign should be turned on. But, so, the problem is all the lighting for the sign and everything is over here. It's like down here. If I open here, it's in there. And the wire for the sign here is not long enough to reach, so I have to do some extra wiring. And everything, every time I have to do wiring, especially here when the bunnies are right there, it takes a little bit of effort and time, and I haven't done it yet. But yes, it can light up, and it will light up eventually when I figure out a way to run power for it without bunnies eating my power cables. Because bunnies will eat the power cables if they get the chance to eat the power cables. Technically, it should be on space. Yeah, I guess you're right. It should be on space, shouldn't it? Do you ever play VR? No. No, I mean, I have a VR headset. I have played Elite VR. But I will admit I do not really play VR that much. Especially not after Odyssey. Yeah, yummy power cables, exactly. Electrically powered bunnies. I mean, you will be surprised. Those things, they will chew through live mains power cable. Like, okay. I don't know how these things are still alive. How they recharge, yeah. I don't know. They'll eat anything they come. Like, especially cables. I think it's because it's kind of like roots, and they feel like roots should be gone. EDS starts. We're playing Elite Dangerous tonight. We're gonna go out and we're gonna do some exploration, just something casual, while I get used to the new hotel setup. Ah, yes, today I will electrocute myself. Exactly. And you would think that after they've been chewing through enough power cables and they've been shocked, eventually they will go like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Nope. So, that is why power cables are being very, very well hidden away. And Peter, he says, PPU. I can say PPU as well. Listen to this. I should actually move this a little bit, probably. Actually see what I'm doing here. There we go. Better. I love the new soundboard. Anyway, yes, so plan for today is just some casual exploration, chit-chatting with you guys in chat. And yeah, no, you know what? I have a story I want to tell. Sounds like a body pew, yeah, kind of. I'm going to, I have a story I want to tell, but I guess we'll do that while we go and do exploration anyway, because there's plenty of time to tell stories then. So there will also be story time with Astro. Light goal, what do you guys think? 100? I think 100. So, story time, exploration, yes please, exactly. Some said 125. I think we could do 100. Usually there are like a few people showing up on exploration type streams, so let's see. So let's set the light goal at 100. And for those of you new to live streams, what I do is doing live streams, I set a light goal. If we get the live stream on YouTube up to the 100 likes, then I'm gonna set up a discount code for you guys over on the merch store. You can find the merch store at d2eastore.com, where you can get yourself a lot of different items, cups and t-shirts, and also the new desk mats. I actually have mine in front of me here that just showed up, and I love it. It's awesome. So you have these big, massive desk mats, like a mouse pad, but just take up the entire desk, and there's some cool space-themed ones. Go check them out, d2eastore.com, and if we get up to 100, you can get it at a 10% discount. And that code is, of course, gonna stay for like until the end of the live stream, plus a little bit. Just as a thank you for you helping me get the live stream ranked in the almighty YouTube algorithm. Not now, because all the monitors are pulled in, so you can't really see it right now, because I pulled all the monitors close to me, because you actually see the edge of the monitor right here. I didn't zoom in correctly this time. How is the new telescope? Oh, so that's actually the story I want to tell you. There's a bit of drama with the new telescope. But let's get in game, let's get flying, and then I'll tell you telescope stories, because it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride. I will have to admit. Let's jump in game. Let's go. Let's do some flying here. So, for those of you wondering, I am in the Dire Awesomes, which is like somewhere in the vicinity of the center. But my plan is, I actually think I want to head back towards Colonia, but I don't want to head just straight back to Colonia, because that's the route I took out here, so it's basically just backtracking. So I was thinking of finding something. I was thinking maybe going central. How far is it to? Oh. Is that Sagittarius A? It's right there. Sagittarius A. My bad. It's only 5,000 to the center. Okay, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna detour to Sag A. And now we have route plotting for days. If we're fast, we can do this during the live stream. Should we just set, hold on, we should just set our, what are you doing, bunnies? We should just set our star preferences here. I want to find mainly F-type stars, not the big blue ones. White dwarfs, non-sequence stars are okay. And apply filters route. Try to plot that, see what it finds. It takes a little bit longer. No neutron highway? No neutron highway. I explore in the old-fashioned way, where we just go So for me, exploration is not about getting somewhere quick. It's more about the journey there. So the destination is not really important. I just want to go somewhere. And I just need some place to go. So what I want to do first is just take a quick look around. Because, did I set this up? I forgot to turn it on. We're actually in Dire Awesomes, which is an awesome system. Take a look at it here. We have a black hole and a neutron. There's a neutron, there's a white dwarf. White dwarf, okay. So it's an awesome system. And I thought I just wanted to take a quick look around. Did I set this thing up? Yeah, but I set it up wrong. Hold on. See, this is what I'm still making like fine controls. Where's the free camera? Wouldn't that be on the general? Free camera, it is on the general. Throttle forward axis, full range, forward only, reverse. There we go. That's better. Yes. So now we can go backwards, and we can go forwards and backwards, and I can still strafe up, down, side to side. Okay, so that's good. Oh, look at that planet there. That moon there's beautiful. Oh, we gotta go there and have a look. What does the plus sign mean after settlement name? I believe those are security levels, so the more pluses, the more security that are there, if I recall correctly. And this has nothing to do with the conflict zone's difficulty level. That is different if it goes into a conflict. Oh, look at that gas giant there. See, where did I put zoom? There. You can see the lensing effect. Well, I'm just gonna stop here. Hey, Tweet! How are you doing? I'll betcha we can see that thing move. Oh, camera needs a bit of a dead zone, hold on. Options, controls, general controls, free camera, lateral axis, move pitch axis. Pitch axis should have a bit of a dead zone. Should just do the yaw axis while we're at it. That probably needs a dead zone as well. There we go. Look at that. You can see the thing orbit. What system is this? This is the Dire Awesomes. I'm gonna give you the system name in a second. Like the orbit time here, we are measuring in minutes. Oh, hold on, I'm just gonna make a quick recording of this. Just get my recording software. Sorry, there's gonna be some screen flashing and window sounds maybe. Sorry about that. Let's see if it flashes. Yeah, it flashes. Give it a second. Should be back anytime now. There we go. We're back. I'm just gonna make a quick recording of this, just because it's awesome B-roll. And then just center this like that. And imagine that just sped up, so you can just see the whole thing just orbit around. Imagine this like your everyday, instead of having a boring ball of plasma, we just look up and see that every day. Yeah, problem is we wouldn't. Because, so, in order for life to be able to evolve in a system, like these amino acids, which is everywhere, needs to be brought into the system. And these amino acids are very, very, very sensitive to UV radiation. And that's why it's unlikely to find life, at least in the form that we know of it, around very blue stars. Because if you surround very blue stars, like OBA stars, all that amino acids is going to get like killed, destroyed, before any life gets a chance to evolve. On the other hand, if the star is too small, if you're down to the colder stars, KL type stars, it's not going to be warm enough that you're gonna have you have a high chance, at least, of having planets with running water. And then you're like, yeah, okay. But that's of course only looking at life in the same manner that we understand life. That doesn't have to be the only way life can evolve, but it's the only way we know that life can evolve. So that's what we've been looking for. And that's why, like, you need these like G middle type stars in order for life to be able to evolve. Saw the YouTube video with your new controllers. Nice. I'm waiting for the desk mounts to arrive for my VKB Gladiators NXT Evo Space Combat Premium Stick. Wow, what a name. And an Omni Throttle rig. Nice. Always nice and exciting with new gear. Get the VKB Gladiator NXT Evo Space Combat Premium Stick. I'm not sure if the Combat Premium Stick is part of the official name. So, while we're just doing this recording anyway, because I want to have a good amount of it, so I can actually make, like, if I can get one orbit, that would be perfect, because then I can loop it. But I don't know how long an orbit is. But I thought in the meantime, let's talk telescopes, because there's been a bit of drama with it. So let me start from the beginning here, so everybody is up to speed. You may know that I have a second channel called Cosmic Curiosity. Oh my god, just spilled water all over everything here. Anyway, I have a second channel that's called Cosmic Curiosity, and Cosmic Curiosity is all about real-life space stuff and astrophotography and telescopes and those kind of things. It's not the most active channel, I will admit. It's kind of a as time permits kind of project for me, but it's there. So if you are interested in those kind of things, like more real-life space stuff and telescopes and taking pictures of the night sky and stuff like that, also reviews of different like telescope-ish equipment, then that channel for you. Recently, over on Cosmic Curiosity, I launched a new video where I basically took you guys along when I went out and I bought my new telescope that I bought some almost like a month ago now. It's a long time ago. Video only came out recently. But I went out, I got a new telescope, very excited, not new. I got it second hand. But for me, it was a new to me telescope. Very excited about it. Very, very pretty scope. and it needed a bit of maintenance here and there. Like, it needed to be collimated, which is fine. That's easy to do, and it needed a bit of cleaning up, and there's some minor things. And I went through that. I gave it some maintenance, and everything was good. And then I thought, okay, now we just have to wait for some clear skies so I can go out and actually do some proper test with it, because I wanted to see how well did it track, and try to do some first light frames with it, just to see how it performed, get familiar with the scope and those kind of things. Just like nothing too serious. Just go out with do a little like basically a little training session with it, where I get familiar with it and stuff like that. And I go out, and it's a Mead scope, a company called Mead Instruments that make it, same make as the one up there, which I've had for years. So I'm very familiar with their scope. I'm very familiar with the interface. I know how this works, right? I got this. So I go out, and I read the manual beforehand, as you do. And it was pretty straightforward. Like every telescope has like the alignment processes. Every telescope has what's called a home position, and that varies from telescope to telescope, and also from brand to brand how they define their home position. But for the Mead scope's home position is always with the optical tube level pointing straight north. Whether you use magnetic north or whether you use geographical north, that's up to you. You have to specify that, but basically that's what you do. You point it either at the magnetic north pole or the geographical north pole, and then you make sure that the optical tube is level with the ground, and that's what's called the telescope's home position. That's where it is when you like start. From this point on, you perform an alignment process where the telescope, you tell it where you are in the world, you tell it what time it is, and you tell all these kind of things to it, so it knows where it is in space. Or on the planet, and what time it is, that kind of stuff. You do all that, and then what the telescope does is it says, oh, okay, based on your location, based on the time, I'm going to pick a bright star. In my case, it chose Vega, which is a very bright star. And it said, okay, I'm gonna slew to Vega. So telescope automatically try to turn and point to Vega, because it knows it's pointing straight north and level. So then it just turns to Vega. And what you then do, look at it coming through the arm here, it's getting roasted now. But the telescope then slews to Vega, and your job is then just to fine tune it, just make sure that Vega is perfectly centered in the eyepiece. Once you've done that, it does that for another star, you complete the process. Once you've done that for 2 stars, the telescope is now aligned, and it now knows where it is in space, how everything is. And that's fine. After that, you can then go into like a catalog, and you can then say, I want to watch Andromeda Galaxy. Go. Telescopes go, and it points to the Andromeda Galaxy. So I go out, was actually out yesterday, because it was like the first clear night in, I want to say, a month. It's just been overcast and rain for the longest time, and finally I had one night with like 2 to 3 hours of clear skies and darkness at the same time, before the clouds came in. So I thought, okay, 2 to 3 hours, that's perfect. That's great for like a little, first try it out kind of session, right? And I have some drift here. All right, well, I guess that is that recording then. Let's move on. I have some, there's some drift in the yaw. Very slight drift in the yaw. Anyway, so I go out and I set up the telescope and what you do, and I begin the whole alignment process. And as expected, the telescope says, okay, I'm gonna find you a bright star. It chooses Vega, and it slews to where it believes Vega is. I'm just gonna go and take a look at this planet also. And it points below the horizon. And then I'm like, well, I can see Vega. Like, it's there. And it points below the horizon, nowhere near Vega. It's not like it was just below it or anything. No. It was not even close to pointing in the direction it was supposed to point. So I thought, okay, maybe something went wrong. And I go through the alignment process again, and it does the same thing. It says, I want to point to Vega, points below the horizon. I power down the scope, and I like double check that I chose the right location, that I typed the day right, and stuff like that. And no matter what I do, no matter if I go in and I manually select another star that I want to align with, it just would not point towards it, or point in the right direction. The fact that it pointed below the horizon was really odd, because you would think that it would at least point upwards. Know that if it has to choose a star that's visible, it would have to be pointing upwards. So I'm sitting here, and I'm thinking, well, a factory reset did the trick for me. I mostly got caused by turning off the scope before you put it into park mode. Yeah, I might have to do, but here's the weird thing, right? So I take the scope home, and I'm like, okay, there's clearly something off with the tracking, right? I take the scope home, and I sit and I play around with it, and I get I make a fake alignment in my living room where I just say, I pretend that I'm aligning it, right? I can't see the stars obviously, but I'm just imagining that I'm aligning it, and I get it to display the azimuth and the alt, so I can see like where the telescope thinks it's pointing in the night sky. And what I notice is, if I turn the telescope on its own axis 180 degrees, the telescope thinks in the computer that it's turned 360. It thinks it's turned all the way home. So for some reason the gear ratio there is off. It thinks it's turning twice as far as it actually does. And the same thing with the up and down axis was the same. It was just not. It was just. I'm not sure if the angle was off. I didn't measure that, but it was pointing the wrong way. So when I was moving the telescope down, it thought that the telescope was moving upwards and the opposite way around. So something was clearly off, and I've been then going through so many different manuals, both for the hand controller, and I've been reading every single page in that manual for the scope itself. I've been reading forums, and if you're not familiar with telescopes, it's a niche, a lot, and that means a lot of the documentations, especially if you have a not too common model of telescope, if you have the most of the documentation, if you have problems, is like, oh, someone mentioned it in a passing sentence somewhere on a forum 8 years ago. That's kind of the level of bug fixing. There's no like Stack Overflow for telescopes, where you just get answers to everything. But what I've now been doing is I've been checking the hand. I actually have multiple hand controllers, so I have some from that scope and one from the new scope. I've been checking the version on the hand controller, and what I realized was that the hand controller, when you go in and you select the what model the hand controller is connected to, because the hand controller works to multiple different is working with multiple different brands or makes of telescopes. It's only the same brand, but different models of telescope. But the model of telescope that I was using was not in the list that the hand controller that you could select on the hand controller. So I'm checking versions and stuff, and for some reason the version of the firmware on the hand controller does not support the telescope itself, which really puzzles me how that happened. It might be that a factory, it's a Meet LT. It's not, if you get a lot of hits on the LS, it's not the light switch, it's the LT. I think it's a predecessor to that. But basically what I think is that the hand controller needs to be updated, because I was looking through the patch notes for the different firmware versions of the hand controller, and yes, that's how deep down the rabbit hole I've gone. I was sitting reading it, and I noticed, because I have version 4.3 on my hand controller, and in version 5 point something, it introduced support for LT scopes. And also support some of the features described in the manual that the hand controller does not support right now. So that means that for some reason, and this again, I got this second hand, but for some reason the hand controller that I got with the scope is not really updated to work with the scope itself. So that means now I have to go out, I have ordered some cables so I can connect the hand controller to my PC, so I can update the firmware on my hand controller so that it hopefully supports the telescope. Can you please tell me why I was kicked from your squadron? I'm known as Commander Red 4, please. I do not believe that we have kicked anyone. I would have to, because we have plenty of room, get a hold of either me or one of the community guys, or not community, the BTS guys, over on Discord, because I don't believe that we've kicked anyone from in-game squadrons on purpose, at least. So, and if you were kicked, then we're gonna get you back in. I will have to talk to the guys on the BTS that manage the BTS if they know what's going on. Did you? Oh, that's a good point, actually. Did you migrate? No, because we don't have a squadron. Oh, maybe. You were kicked out last night. Okay, I have. If anyone was kicked last night, then I have not been told about it. Inactive players got kicked from TIAC if they want to casual. Oh, okay. Okay, so there were actually some cleaning up yesterday. Fair enough. Okay, so if people... So we have basically two... Okay, fair enough. Okay, I was not aware of that. So there was apparently some cleaning up yesterday. And it seems what... again, I've only been told that let's resolve it on Discord afterwards. If you were... if there's been a little hard with the kicks yesterday and somebody got kicked that shouldn't have been, then we will, of course, go and get you back in. No problems there. And again, we have two squadrons. We have Terra X, which is for people who like to do BTS. And we have Down to Earth Astronomy, which is for people who just want to be part of a squadron, but not necessarily be part of our BTS. So if you're looking for helping our in-game faction, it's Terra X Astrocorp, or TIAC, TEAC for short. If you're looking for just like a casual... Yeah, there's no application right now. You're looking for just a casual squadron. Hold on. Stop this. You can join the D2EA squadron. There's not really a lot of things happening necessarily with the squadron. It's more if you just want the tag. But yeah, Ali, we're absolutely gonna get you sorted. If you still want to be part of Terra X, we're gonna get you back in. Don't worry. And for all you guys who may be not interested in BTS, there is the Down to Earth Astronomy squadron, which you're more than welcome to send application to, and then I'll go ahead and get you into this squadron. Okay, this planet was not as spectacular as I was hoping. Project Greenfield is actually doing pretty good. We are getting... I mean, it's pretty much done. There's a little bit of stuff that needs to happen here and there, but... we're getting there. Come on. The underpowered engines of this ship. There we go. It is the Phantom, but I think I've underspec'd the thrusters on it to get more jump range. Okay, we have 100 jumps to the core almost, so we better get some distance behind us. We played around here and die also enough now. I need to get used to that. I don't have to sit and constantly push the throttle around anymore. So yeah, but it's a good point that people made up with regarding the telescope, that it might actually be worth it just to do a factory reset of it and try to see if that solves it. However, I doubt it, since I think the firmware version is out of order. But I could give it a go. I mean, it's free, and I'm gonna flash the firmware anyway, so. Freeway asks, got a question for your Sweden video. How can you switch your filters, the filters in your scanner? You go into your options, you go into controls, ship controls, and then it is detailed surface scanner here. And then you go next filter or previous filter. There you go. There's your settings for it. Whatever they are set to, that's what you press. And if they're not set for anything, then you need to set them for something. Okay, let's get out of here. People asking about the jump range. Oops. Jump range is around 60. Look up EQ mod for telescope controls using a DIY Bluetooth interface. Oh, sounds cool. Hey Marcus, how are you doing? It's been a while here. Meet LT firmware update video. Nah, I'm not too sure. Guessing this doesn't have the pre-engineered FSD. I don't believe this thing has actually been inside a station since the pre-engineered FSDs were introduced. I've been out here for quite a while. FSS. Where's my FSS? Here's the FSS. So again, we're looking for stuff around this area here. And we're not really expecting there to be anything. Close FSS and jump. For the scope, did you check that the time was in the correct mode, 24, 12 hour? Yes, I did. Because I was out last night, and I entered, like 22 something, right? So it wouldn't have accepted that in the 12-hour mode. Got a new skull. Yeah, so someone on Twitch mentioned that they've got a scope but used it manually. I've been using it manually as well. I've already got a few shots of just Jupiter, Saturn, those kind of things. Nothing too fancy. But I want to use it for astrophotography, so I really need the tracking to work. What? We're at 101. We barely started. How? Okay. Jesus, you guys are fast today. Okay, we need suggestions in chat then for a discount code. Where's my scope? Oh, sassers. All the neutrons. Fix my scope. I like fix my scope. That's a good one. 118 likes now. Wrong way up. Yeah. Off axis. And I still need to get used to the new interface. I think we're gonna go with fix my scope. Ooh, they got new stuff. Create new products. Invite team members. No, I want to go into promotions. Yes, create promotion. Fix my scope, which is gonna give you 10% off, and that's gonna last until the end of the live stream, as always, and that should be up now. Okay, so if you go to d2eastore.com, and you go and use Fix My Scope, you'll get 10% off, and it'll last until the end of the live streams. Why am I jumping from neutron star to neutron star? Well, I wasn't really intended to be honest, and I have to replot my route. Come on, you can do it. Boop. So, how many jumps is this? Oh, nice. Okay, that should be a little bit better. What's the topic today? We're just doing some exploration, and I'm getting used to the new controls on my new flight setup. Have I thought about selling a Hutton mock? I would not. No, I wouldn't do that. I would not sell a Hutton mock, simply because I'm not part of Hutton Truckers, and beginning to sell and monetize what they do would kind of be a little meh. I mean, I think they actually already sell their own mocks. Hutton, the Hutton Truckers. So I don't feel like that would be fair to. Even though I know the Hutton Truckers don't have copyright over the Hutton thing, I still don't feel like that would be right. Hutton Truckers don't sell mocks, they only give away. Ah, I see, okay. But no, so the Hutton Truckers, they have their own thing with their mocks, and I'm not gonna go in and do anything with that. If the Hutton Truckers like reached out and said, hey, do you want to sell the Hutton mock, and then make some kind of arrangement, then absolutely. And it could be up in a few days, but nope, not gonna do that. Okay, let's fuel some scoop. Let's scoop some fuel. Let's do the honk. Not sure how astrophotography works, but do you still need long exposures like the usual night sky photography? Yes, you do. And that's why we need the tracking, because without tracking we're gonna get star trading all over the place. Especially when we're looking at objects, like when you do night sky you still need to do tracking, but you can do longer exposures without star trailing. But when you're really zoomed in on a small object, then just 2 seconds of exposure is enough for it to begin to trail. So you really do need accurate tracking. Check the FSS. Oh, we actually got a water world here. Look at that. Let's go find it. I should probably put myself down here so you guys can see the scanner interface. There it was. Water world. Oh, there's 2 of them here. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. And there should be, what do we have here? There it is, icy body. That's a nice little snowball. More small stuff over here. Yeah, there's more stuff. Another rocky ice world, and then we should just have that be the last one. Okay. Nothing is landable. Lots of atmospheric worlds. Let's go map it. Put the portrait on the top left. Is that better? So my usual tactic when I'm out exploring is I usually try to go for these GF type stars, and because there's a high concentration of water worlds around those, and also Earth-likes, so that's a good chance to go and get some easy water worlds, and then hopefully when we make it back to Colonia we're gonna be filthy rich. I can't remember how much do we have on this. Oh, 400 million. That's okay. Oh, oops. It's gonna slow us down here before we go in. And I think I set it up for this one too. Okay, so this is a 7 probe. I need to set up our control, fix my settings for this too. No. Is that better? Yeah, that's much better. Okay. What's with this mouse today? There we go. That's better. Oh, this axis. The axis is inverted. Oh no. My controls are... That's part of these when I'm still trying to set this up. So it's my pitch axis inverted. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Where's the miss? Miss is there, so send one there, should be fine, I guess. See how well I hit? Come on, little probe. Oh, perfect. Done. Next system en route, let's go! The Braintree selenium is not working anymore. Why? You know what? I want to set my triggers. There's something that's annoying me with the triggers. Controls, ship controls, weapons, primary fire. Should be there and there. That's nice. I like this. 3 bodies. What do we got? Oh, we actually got something here. Hold on. We might be in luck. Let's get out of there. Let's get away from the star a little bit. No, we're gonna do it afterwards, Dungle. That's okay. Let's see, what do we have here? That is a single water world somewhere. A lonesome, lonesome water world. There it is. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that one. 19,004 water worlds. It's undiscovered. It's not terraformable. Let's do it. It's not that long. Yeah, exactly, Dungle. So the resolution that Discord and YouTube war, they don't agree. What happened? Did you forget to fly? No, I got new HOTAS and new bases. Question, is Odyssey worth it? Like, how is the performance? That kind of stuff. So performance is a lot better than it was at launch. It's still not the same as Horizon, as Frontier originally said. When before Odyssey was launched, they say that they would expect the performance to be the same as in Horizons. That's not true. And it never has been, and it never will be true. Seems like a silly thing to say if you ask me, but let that be what it is. The performance is better. A lot better. Whether it is worth it or not, I would say for explorers, if you're a dedicated explorer, yes. I think it is. The fact that you have more planets to land on, especially with even though it's only tenuous atmosphere, I still think it's worth it. Whether it's worth it for people who do not like exploration, that depends if you enjoy first-person gameplay, obviously. Because for non-explorers, like for exploration, Odyssey like merges very nicely into the existing gameplay. It gives you more planets, and it gives you an upgraded graphics. You have that now in Horizon 2, but it gives you more planets to land on. And it gives you some new tools like the scanners, you can go look for plants and those kind of things. So for that, yes, absolutely. But for everybody else that if you just want to do on foot, it feels a lot more like it is stitched on to the rest of Elite. It feels like a parallel game that you play inside Elite, right? Rather than being an integrated part of the game. So I would say it depends a lot more for non-exploration type players. And if you think you're going to enjoy first-person stuff, if you want to go and think the engineering process is enjoyable, you want to go and upgrade your suits and your weapons and all that, then yeah. But as with the rest of Elite, be prepared for a grind. Don't the planets have copy and paste? Yeah, they do have a lot of copy and paste features, and all the planets have this massive crater that looks exactly the same on all of them, but yeah, I know. Roy says, that's bang on. I feel like it's a game within a game instead of a seamless experience. Yeah. I think a lot of people feel that way, that Frontier didn't manage to integrate Odyssey into it. It seems to me that the way it was done was kind of backwards, where they said, we want to do on-foot gameplay. How do we make on-foot gameplay work in Elite? Instead of saying, what kind of awesome things do we want to add to Elite? And if that is on foot, then maybe instead of starting and saying, okay, let's implement a basic first-person shooter and then try to like bridge the two from there, if that makes sense. I feel like they started with saying, okay, let's make a first-person shooter, and then they began to say, how do we make this interface in with the rest of the game, and they kind of like stitched the rest of the things together from there, instead of branching out from the original, right? Because if you branched out from the original, stuff like ship interiors would have been a much more logical approach to go. I think it would have felt it more integrated into the existing Elite, but it would also have been a very different update. So I don't know if those alone could have been. Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult to see how it should have gone about it. Maybe they should have gone in a completely different direction. Than on foot. I don't know. Oh, hold on. But it's yeah. But I would say, but I think that's also why it works so well. Like Odyssey works so well for exploration, because you are just out here in the black. You're still flying around, and you now have more planets to scan, and you have more stuff to do on the planets that you do scan. And I think that's why exploration works, and why Odyssey also works with exploration, but not so much the others, because yeah. But that's my opinion, and it seems some of you guys in chat agree, but I can also understand if people don't. But you really, so to answer the question, is Odyssey worth it? That depends. I feel like Odyssey code wasn't planned for in the main Elite Dangerous code base, therefore they had to Frankenstein the two code bases together. Yeah, that might have been. We're gonna, I know this is a 7, but we're just gonna do a standard 6 configuration here and then see if we have any. Oops, where's it? There it is. Does Horizon 4.0 improve FSR now? Oh, I believe it does, yeah. Holy Pineapple says, just joined, why learn to fly again? Because new HOTAS setup, or new HOSAS setup. Ooh, we missed one. Did I miss the one on the back? I did. Let's put one there. Oh, that might have been too high. Now, let's see. We only need 4%. You just need to hit 90. That's good. Yeah, that's perfect. I can't believe I don't believe I engineered the surface scanner either. I'm not sure actually. Again, this is one of my old characters, not my main account, so I don't necessarily have all that much engineering stuff going on this. Hold on. Did we just... hold on. What was that? No, I thought I saw something, but I didn't. Why is there sound in space? I guess for the same reason that you can hear gun sounds when you're on foot, where they are emulated. That's why you have noise suppression for indoors and you have audio masking for outdoors. Because outdoors the sounds are simulated rather than actually physically heard. Because sound waves exist in space, you can detect radio. Yeah, but radio is electromagnetic radiation. Sound waves are just pressure waves in a medium. Will we ever see Howard again? Yeah, you will likely see Howard again. When I find a fun project to do with him, I'm pretty sure you will see Howard again. Also because video game, yes. Also because video game. Nothing there that I wanna look at, so let's move on. Does audio masking work on atmospheric-less planets? Yes. Another reason to get Odyssey. The Adventures of Howard. Yeah, you can still watch The Adventures of Howard without buying Odyssey. Just a gas giant. But I mean, we can try to see how fun Elite would be without sounds. I mean, if I just go ahead and take that slider, there we go. Isn't space fun? Gonna go and do a scan. And nothing there either. Asteroid clusters, metal, rich, nothing there. I don't know. Get the slider back up. You still hear your own ship? Yeah, okay. In theory, you shouldn't really be able to see. Oh, yeah, because faster than light. FSS says nothing of particular interest, but a gas giant, very, very close, it seems. Well, that's just a C star. M class, okay. Why does it make sense to have wind on planets with no atmosphere? Like, for example, some engineer stations have strong winds, but no atmosphere to support with strong winds? Really? Why? Bodies in this one. Let's just get a bit of fuel. And while we scoop some fuel, let's just check the FSS. Oh, that one's right on the edge. Oh, that is definitely a water world. It's right on the edge, but it's a water world. The ship is being blown around while trying to land? I've never seen that. Water giant? Yeah, maybe. Water giant. I just hope it's not too close to that B star, which is 152 light years, 1,000 light years away. Or light seconds, sorry. Light years, that will take a while. Okay, let's go scan these things. Oh my god, everything is out there, isn't it? Okay, it does not seem like it's out there. That's good. It is, wow, it is planet BC5A. Okay. Oh, ring planet. Nice. We're gonna have a, it's gonna be far away, isn't it? Jesus. So that's a very dark one. That's a very small one. Tiny little moon. Or planet. It is actually a planet. It's still tiny. Has Howard been to Colonia yet to unlock engineers? No, he hasn't, because I haven't found a good way to get Howard out to Colonia. Yeah, I know, Dongle. We're less than 5,000. I'm less than 5,000 subscribers away from 100k. The big 100. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please help me reach the last like 5,000-ish subscribers so we can get up to that plaque. I would love that. There's going to be massive giveaways, by the way, when we get there. Likely there's going to be two full Whirlpool setups. One with as a host SAS and one as a host TAS setup. And there's also going to be a very, very special little control panel. There's the water world. Like a replica of a... that's a very boring one. A replica of the elite panels that we actually see in the game. That's made by an Italian company. And a free scope. I'm not sure about the free scope, but that'll be a lot of cool stuff. Lots and lots of like flight equipment. Probably gonna get my hands on some stuff for Elite. It's like gonna be paint jobs. And also probably some stuff giving away over on Star Citizen if you're interested in that. Some ships, game packs, those kind of things. That was the ring planet. It's not landable. Oh, this buddy says, oh, this is a terraform water world. Yes, please, let's go. Howard can cheat a little and take a ride on the fleet carrier. Yeah, maybe. I was hoping we could get out there with the Colonia bridge, but there's too far between the stations. Are there any landable planetary rings? Not in this system. There are in the game, like they exist, but in this system, no. For some reason, clicking the planet works better if you zoom out. What? Why? That seems weird, but okay, I'll try it. Because sometimes they are annoying to click on. Probably actually a poor choice of mock for me today. Today I am sporting the pre-flight checklist mock, which is a little late since I've been out on this character for months now. Hello, little water world. Pretty little thing. Roy says, I have that mug, it's dope. I know! And slow us down. Okay, what are we doing? 7 again. Oh, that was a bit of a misfire there. Let's just fix that by putting one there, there, and there. Crew is the last of the list where they should be. Yeah. All your limpets are more important than crew members. Done. FSS. No, that's not FSS. Sorry. Detailed service scanner. Next system en route. Let's go. Moving on. Still have lots and lots of distance to go. Don't forget the limpets. The limpets are on the MOC here and too, but there's also the dedicated remember your limpet MOC. And heat sinks, yeah. Is this the pre-engineered deal or that's the regular one? Again, this character has not really been docked at a station, I think, since all that pre-engineered stuff was added. I don't believe so, at least. Yeah, North Star MOC is good too. I'm really liking the MOC designs. And the new store has this really cool feature that I've really been enjoying, that whenever people order something, I get a notification on my phone, and then I can send a little like video, thank you video back to them. So every time people record or buy something, I just record a little personal thank you video to people, and I'm really enjoying it. And also have people then come back to me later and said that they really liked that. It's a nice personal touch. Yeah, we did honk. I think we did honk. Yeah, we did honk. Honk is done. That's the big honk. If fleet carriers had Apex shuttle services, you could probably get Howard to Colonia. Yeah. I would have to get someone to fly me to... That was not a bunny honk. No, the bunny honk was that one. Have I ever needed the fuel rats? Yes, once. Not because I ran out of fuel. Well, I did run out of fuel, but not in the way you would think. I was testing a build with with plasma accelerators. What's the engineering mod? What's the name of it? The one that means you use fuel for ammo. I forgot the name of that modification. Someone's gonna write in chat in a second. But there's this modification that plasma slug. Thank you, Dongo. Yes, plasma slug. So you put plasma slug on your PAs, and then instead of having like ammo, they just use fuel. And I was testing that, and I thought, oh, that should be fun. This could be a fun little mod to put on, and we can stay out for longer. Yada yada yada. I was running around, and it was fun. And then all of a sudden, I'm sitting there, and I'm flying around in my Corvette, and I'm shooting at bad guys. All of a sudden, my ship just goes boom and shuts down. And then I'm sitting there spinning in a belt. With no fuel, and my power plant died, and then I had to call the fuel rats to get home. So, never needed the fuel rats because I ran out of fuel jumping or couldn't get out of a system. So you learned that the hard way. Quick check. Oh, that's too low, isn't it? Yeah, it's too low. Never needed the fuel rats yet, knock on wood, because I am cheap and don't like to pay for fuel. Which is better for these long exploration trips with many jumps? The Crate, the DBX, or the Asp Explorer? I would say either the Crate or the Asp. The DBX has... The problem with the DBX is it has a very tiny fuel scoop. And that means you're gonna be spending a lot of time scooping. So that's why I would prefer the Asp or the Crate. I personally prefer the Crate over the Asp, but I know some people like the other. I wouldn't... DBX is good as a bubble boss, right? Where you're going shorter distances, so you don't have to scoop that much, or where you rarely have to scoop. Dolphin is good, yeah. I'm actually considering when I came back to Colonia to sell the Phantom and buy an Orca instead. Roy said, I would rather self-destruct than admit that I ran out of fuel. Yeah, I feel you. I sometimes roll to just go, nope, I'm just gonna self-destruct. But it's been years since I've run out of fuel. Oh, what are you? What are you? You are Rocky Ice World. You are Gas Giant, you are Gas Giants. Not interesting. Or an Anaconda. Yeah, so the Anaconda is obviously a very good exploration ship, but in the beginning of my elite career, I was just flying the Anaconda day out and day in, and after that I just became tired of flying these big massive ships around. They're okay for PvP, sorry, for PvE, and probably also PvP, I don't know. But PvE, I do like to take the Corvette out, and for mining I do like to take them out. But for everything else, I prefer medium or smaller ships. And honk. Lack of maneuverability, yes, exactly. Lack of maneuverability becomes very tedious over time. Andrew says, hello and good evening, everyone. Hello and good evening. Grandpa's Place. I went to Beagle Point in a Cobra Mark III, and it was a blast. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna swap it out for an Orca just to try something different. And also it's fun. Like build an exploration Orca on a budget, basically, with no engineering, or the minimum engineering. I think it could be a fun live stream as well. Onwards, into all the stars. Look at all the stars. Maybe Sidewinder. Exploration Sidewinder. Maverick says, I'd watch the Explorer car. Oh, wow, that's not that. Explorer Orca. Wow. Can't say. We need a more catchy name than that, I think. Where am I heading right now? We're heading to Sag A. I just didn't feel like flying straight to Colonia, so I decided to take a little detour and go to Sag A. Cobra Mark III is a great ship too. Yeah, people say they still use it for to jump far, but the Cobra Mark III is a good, versatile, multi-purpose ship. So why am I learning to fly again? Did you forget how? No, I got a new hotel set up with a new basis, so I need to relearn everything again with new bindings and stuff. So yeah, that's just gonna take a while. I am getting used to it, and I have been playing a bit, so it's the muscle memory needs to be relearned, as some of the buttons have moved a bit. Not really moved, but the whole feel of it has changed. So muscle memory just needs to be reacquired. Is the Auger fuel tank anything like the Beluga? I'm not sure. And I don't mind flying a suboptimal ship. Remember when I went out to Colonia, I flew out here in a Python? So the entire trip from the bubble was in a very minimal engineered Python with like 40 light years of jump range. Wow, okay, Barry says, I've certainly underestimated my audience. I'm like 100, yeah, we definitely, I'm surprised. Also, there's a good turn up today for an exploration stream. What do I do? Did I honk? I honked, but I didn't check FSS. But there's nothing here that I want to scan. Moving on. Motordog says, doing Robigo things in my passenger Python. Best ship for the task. Is a honk just the details? No, the honk is the not the DSS is the detailed surface scanner. It's the honk. I forgot what it's actually called. The real. It's just called the D scanner. I can't remember the real name for it. It's just the honk. That one. Detailed surface scanner is this one, right? Discovery scanner, yes. DSS is detailed surface scanner. Discovery scanner, thank you. Honk. Nothing we want to go for. Next system en route, let's go. So is FSS the hunt? No, the FSS is the scanner you use to scan the planets. The FSS is the old detailed surface scanner. The detailed surface scanner is the new detailed surface. From before they re-ramped the whole thing. Yeah, so you use the Discovery scanner, you use the Discovery scanner to honk, and then you open the FSS, which is the full spectrum scanner or something. Yeah, it's so confusing. ED Scout is good for telling what's worth scanning en route. Yeah, but it's also just easier just to quickly open that, take a look, say there's nothing there, moving on. First you honk, then you... yeah. Do I prefer Elite or Star Citizen? That depends what I want to do. If I want to go explore the depths of space, then I prefer Elite. Oops, what the hell? Hold on. Something happened. Oh god, hold on. Be right back. My set extension just fell out of a notch. I think I must after I didn't tie it up properly after I did the review earlier this week. I'll be right back with you. And I'm back with tools. So I can just quickly tie that back in place. What size does that need? Hex 5? Yeah, hex 5, it seems. Just put that back into its notch and tighten that up. There we go, done, fixed it. AFMU repair complete, and now we fly. Hold on, I have a question for you. What do you think Elite Dangerous will become in the medium term? Not much different than what it is now. I don't see any major changes happening to Elite in the foreseeable future. I think we got what we got, and that's what we should expect for the foreseeable future. Would anyone like to know my theory about the 3 anomalies heading towards the bubble? Warning, this might be a spoiler. Well, spoiler-wise, we know they're Thargoid in nature. Likely not Thargoid capital ships, or Thargoid Titans, as they're called. Hey, McGuire! Been a while. 3 bodies there. We're gonna need some fuel. We're a little low, so we're gonna go and scoop this star. They're heading to Sol. Didn't they change direction at some point? Nope. I don't know if they changed direction back towards Sol or if they actually changed course. I just saw some discussions about it with, I think it was Cannon that was discussing it, saying that they might have changed course. Oh, overheating. I think, yes, to say the theory is 3 large transporters with Thargoid troop. I think it's likely that we will see on-foot Thargoid gameplay. And it may even be what they are planning with the big lore event. They may reveal it then. But we'll see. It could be anything. But it seems obvious that on-foot Thargoid combat should be a thing at some point. Oh, there's a water world. Look at that. Right there, there's a water world. Gotta go scan that. But yeah, we'll find out next update. Distance to the star. FSS scanner up. Where did my mouse go? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's get to some scanning here. What do we have? Oh, all the things here. Lots of these high metal contents, which is good because that means there's a good chance that one of them is gonna be in the Goldilocks zone. And there's our water world. Yoink. And if they're in the Goldilocks zone, they are terraformable. And then they are worth a pretty penny. Okay, so that's the asteroid fields. Also, oh, there's some geologicals on that one. That's the asteroid fields. Just scan all of those in one go. Jesus, there's a lot of these. More high metal content. More. Okay, we're done. Let's see what we got. Little middle planet. Huge massive star. That's a tiny little planet. How close is that to the star? That's close. Might actually want to go there. You said zoom out? Oh, they are easy to click when you're zoomed out. That's stupid. Sometimes. There we go. There's a terraformable. There's a terraformable water world. And then we're outside the Goldilocks zone again. Okay. Let's go and get those two and then go down and visit that little weird planet there. I would much appreciate a video to get max profit from a fleet carrier. Well, other than using it as a mining platform or a trade platform, it's difficult. I still need to get used to flying with a throttle again, instead of the classic HOSAS setup. Oh, can't see a thing. There it is. Good night. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, let's see where that landed on the backside. Oh, perfect. That's almost in the middle. Perfect hit. Nice. Well done. Well done, me. And now for the water world. And of course, the other end of the solar system. We'll have to try an Omni throttle setup one day. So when people talk Omni throttle, I mean, there's basically 2 versions of it now, right? So there's the throttle where you have the center and then you push it forward and it will spring back to the center. And then there's what I'm running with now, where the throttle is still working as a throttle, but you still have the side to side and the twist up and down for strafing. No, it's not too bad with the distance. Yeah, but I recently began flying with a setup like that, where you still have the throttle functionality, where you can just push it forward and it stays in position. But yeah. The small planet seems to be very far though. Yeah, it could be. Let's see the distance here. Oh yeah, that is very far. Not sure if I want to go there. Just on the stream, where are we in the galaxy? We are there. What kind of credit are you looking at this exploration sessions? I don't know. Not a lot. I'm not gonna get a millionaire. We're probably gonna make a few millions out of it. But shouldn't really do exploration for the money. Should we say it like that? But when I do find valuable planets, I will stop and I will scan them and then I will move on. But yeah. That's a pretty water world. I like the ones with clouds. The ones that are just completely cloudless is pretty boring, I think. Can we use the mouse? Yes, we can. You cleared a billion credits going from the bubble to Beagle Point. Ah, that's well done. I think my last trip, I've made like 300 million or something. But that was over months. But then again, I'm not too active on this character, I will admit. So, okay. The other one was too far away. Let's move on. Challenge, find a ringed Earth-like world orbiting a black hole. That's a tall order you got for me there.
Ready to engage.
Ringed Earth-likes are rare enough, yeah, exactly. If you could find a ringed Earth-like, I would be happy. Hell, I would be happy to find a normal Earth-like. If I could find an Earth-like even without rings, I would be happy. One with is... Yeah, I never found that. I've seen them, but I never had first discovery on one. I have a few Earth-likes out there with my name on them, but... You're welcome, Lula. Oh, come on, game. Don't crash on me now. Oh, there we go. Ooh, double stars. Hello.
Fuel scooping.
Would you been to group expeditions to Beagle Point at sometimes? We have to do it like a waypoint kind of thing. Because flying together would be a lot of coordination, so there probably have to be dedicated bookmarks, so you have to reach. Yeah, fleet carrier. We should have to be. We could do a North Star trip again at some point, but I don't know. I kind of missed the Colonia trip. It was awesome. I had such a blast. But it's hard to replicate. And a dedicated tritium mining crew for that. Yeah, we'll need that. Because that's gonna be a lot of tritium. My most memorable discovery so far. Most memorable. At first, the spring to minds is still Astro's Inferno, where I found this moon, just a random moon that had all of these like volcanic kind of structures on it. It was not just like lava spouts; they were like full-on mountains with holes in the middle, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I was driving around that planet. And I thought, you know what? Let's drive into one of them. But it was obviously a bad idea because I got stuck down there. I couldn't get out, and I was like 20,000 light years away from the nearest station or something stupid. So I think I spent an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And eventually I did get out. Oh, hold on, we got something here. I even made a video about it. It's another water world and some gas giants. Lots of stuff in this system here. That should be potential for something. Let's get some distance to the star and let's scan. Yeah, there's spawn geysers inside the volcanic craters, that's true. That's pretty fun. I got stuck there and I did manage to get out again. After a lot of trying. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get this system scanned. And let's just pray that the water world is not too far away. Oh. B12? Are you kidding me? Come on. Damn it. That's the water world. This is a massive system. And lots of high metal contents. But they're all out around this B star. There's the asteroid field somewhere. There they are. Let's scan all of those. So all the... Oh! That could be landable. Is it landable? No. Surface pressure 12,000 atmosphere. I guess that's a no. Oh, there was more around that one. Oh, there's more. There's one more. Lava world. There's another gas giant. And it probably has all the last moons, doesn't it? Nope. There's 3 more around somewhere. Oh! It's a second ring landed, maybe landable. Didn't check that one. Let's see this system map. How far are these away? 37,000. That's not too bad. Okay, let's see what we got here. These are all like rocky, icy things. So there might be something down here. There's the water world. Nothing in the Goldilocks zone, so there's just that one planet we want to scan. That's a bit disappointing. I'll explain what I'm doing. I understood that you were scanning the system. But what's the point of it? So we're just basically out exploring. So we're just looking for systems. I'll go through the whole process when we get to the next system, because then we get it from the beginning, which is a lot easier, I think, than trying to explain the thing. I'll go over the process of what I do when I scan a system and all that. But for now, I just want to get out to this water world to get that thing scanned. There's a lot of planets in this. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, so basically we are scanning and collecting data, yeah, so we can sell it later. But also we can get our name on the planet, so that we can get credits for being the first to discover these. If we're the first to come back with the data and sell it at a station, we get credited for being the first discoverer of that planet. And we can see, when we look at the map, that likely no one's been here before. So you can see here there's no name. There's no name on these that says who discovered them first. Am I back on a HOTAS instead of a HOSAS? I'm kind of midway in between. I think I need to get the bunny cam running now to explain it. While we are cruising out here, if I can find my phone. Hello, phone. How are you doing, phone? Let me just give me a second here, guys, and I will explain as we fly here. Just throttle us back a little bit, and then I need to find the camera thingy. There's the camera thingy. Camera thingy is running. There we go. Okay. Then I need to get this. Oh, somebody used the code. Got another order. Nice. Where's my camera app? There's the camera app. Okay. Great. Okay, let's do this. Bunny cam. Hello. See, there's you guys. You guys are there. You guys are there. Okay, so still rocking at just a normal stick over here. Have my control panels, but what's interesting is here, and it might look the same as before, and it's technically still a host SAS as we are running dual sticks. But now look at this. I can push it forward, and it stays. So that means now I can run. If I actually just go into the game and click into the game. There, you can see the throttle there, and I can pull it back. I'm pulling back on the throttle, and it stays. And I push it forward, and it stays. So it kind of functions like a throttle, but it still has side-to-side strafe and twist up and down for strafing up and down. So it still has all the stuff that you're used to in a HOTAS with the constant throttle position. But you have all the benefits of a host SAS with the side-to-side strafing. So in my mind, this is the best of both worlds. And if you're interested in seeing some of the videos where I'm just going to go and do reviews, both of these new sticks, which are the new Constellation Alpha Prime sticks from Whirlpool. Not for lefties, I'm left-handed. And you can just flip it around if you prefer. I mean, there is left and right-handed sticks. And you can just take the left-handed stick and put it, like the set extension that tilts the stick downwards, just put it on the other side if you want to. Customize it the way you want. I mean, the sticks and the base are sold separate, and you then just screw them together, and you can buy right and left-handed sticks. So you can just, if you want your throttle in your right hand, you do that, no problem. The sticks and bases are around 600 each. Yeah, that sounds about right. Tomorrow I have a video coming out where I'm going to review the Constellation Alpha Prime joysticks. And next Wednesday, and Wednesday next week, there's gonna be a review out of the new bases that I'm using to get this effect, so that I can do these things. Go watch those videos and it will be a lot more clear, I think, how this works. But be prepared, because it's expensive. It's very, very expensive. House UK says, ordered my Whirlpools last week. Gone HOTAS though, as I do planes as well. That makes sense. I blame D2A, and so does my bank manager. I'm not responsible for anything. I'm pretty sure I've made very clear that getting into this kind of equipment, it's costly. You know what, when we scan this planet, I'm just gonna give you a little sneak peek of the video tomorrow, because I made it's just like a 30-second, like little B-roll montage, and I think it came out really, really well. So I just want to spoil that so you guys can see that. Of course, if you want to see the full video, you're gonna have to tune in tomorrow when it goes live. But I can spoil the little thing there. How does the alpha with the thumbstick feel in the hand sideways on the set mount? What do you mean how it feels? Like I mean, it's okay. I mean, it feels like if it were upright. I don't really use the thumbsticks anymore because I have all the axes that I need. So the thumbsticks are not really, I don't need all those analog axes. Since I already have all 6 degrees of freedom mapped out with 2 on each stick. Okay, 6 probes. Let's go. Thumbstick for looking around. Yeah, I forgot to turn on I always forget it with delete. I forgot to turn on the Tobii experience, but usually I have a Tobii eye tracker sitting here. So if I turn on the Tobii experience, we can go and I use that for looking around. But you can use the thumbsticks too. That would actually be a good use for them. Okay, that was that. Let me just go and show you that. I wanted to spoil that. Let's just go see if I can find it here. Folders, of course, on the other screen. By the way, if you are interested in a Tobii eye tracker yourself, which also does head tracking, then you can go to tobii.d2ea.com. Let me see here. Videos, reviews. Virpil Alpha Prime. And let me just... see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Found it. You guys can see this. Okay, you ready? Okay. Get a set, just a very short little like B-roll thing just to get put a quick break in the video. Yeah, I just that the speed ramps was really fun to make. Okay, we're back in game. We're back in game. I had fun. I had fun making that. It was only like 30 seconds or something, or maybe even less. But I had fun with it. Lost Photograph says, I run all 3 throttle and dual stick. Yeah, so exactly. That's what I know a lot of people do in order to get both that host SAS benefits of having like major access on all your controls. But then you still have the comfort of running with a dual throttle. But I still think this setup that I have now runs the best, or gets the best of all worlds. Did I honk? I did honk. Does the video next week explain how I got the floating Left stick. No. But I have a video dedicated to the set extension that's already out like a while back. Let me see if I can actually find it. Let's just not fly into the star here. I have a video out where I look at that set extension that allows you to get that floating stick. And you can use the set extension can be used on both the right and the left side. Okay, we need to fuel scoop here anyway, so I'm just gonna stop here and jump over here and then jump in here and then see if I can find that video. Set extension. Yes, here it is. I found it. If our internet is working. There. It was. Oh, cross-copying doesn't work again. I hate it. Okay. Video is called Verbal Set Extensions First Look and Review. And for some reason, is my internet down? No, internet seems fine. In which region of DK are you in? Copenhagen. I haven't honked yet. And what do we have now? Nothing of that. Yeah, get a hold of me on Discord afterwards and I'll send you a link. Otherwise, just go and search it up on YouTube. I'm pretty sure if you search for D2EA set extension, of Verbal set extension, then it should show up. And if you have a Warthog, you can mount it on the CM2 and CM3 base. That is correct. Yeah, they are compatible. What ship I'm in? I am in the Crate Phantom. Okay, let's get some guesses in chat. How far do you think we managed to move today? How many light years have we flown? So basically, how far are we from Dire Awesomes? Let's get some guesses in chat. I don't know. But I'm gonna see some guesses in chat, and then we can go and have a look, see how far we actually moved. Andrew says 2,000. $1,500. I don't know. So we did spend a little bit of time in the beginning. I think like 1,800. We have 1,396. 300 to 400 light years. Definitely more than that. 1,500. I think 1,800 is my guess. Should we just go and check? Let's just quickly honk the system and then check how far we are. My guess is 1,800. Come on. So, oh, because I have it filtered out. Okay, we're just gonna take a star next to it, just to get an approximate. Oh, look at that! So the people that said 2000 was pretty damn close. If I stopped 2 jumps earlier, I would have been close as well. Yeah, Andrew, you were really close. You're basically 1 jump off.
Shift drive charging.
Jump range is like 60, just shy of 60. Is the max. Yeah, we need to find a good system, sorry. So the first thing, let's try to explain in this system, I forgot. I forgot it before. So the first thing I do when I get into a system is we use the discovery scanner here to honk the system. Honking the system, all that really does is tells us how many, if I move my camera, it tells us how many bodies are in the system, and it allows us to open up the FSS scanner. And now we can see, based on this spectrogram here, what type they are. So if you notice in the lower right hand corner, it now says gas giant. As I move this slider around, you can see there's water worlds, ammonia worlds, earth-likes, rocky ice worlds, ice bodies, rocky bodies, and high metal contents is this area here, and then we get like asteroid clusters, and then we have other stuff down here that we rarely see. But basically what I do is, when I open up the FSS scanner, is I look around that ALAN. You can spell that out in your head and then remember it, because it's very easy to remember. That area there, from the A to that N, that's kind of the area I'm looking for, because that's where we have the Earth-likes, ammonia, and water worlds. And those are the most valuable planets. That's usually where I stop. So I open up the FSS and I look at the system and I say, there's nothing there, so I'm not interested. So I close it down and I move on to the next system. High metal content worlds can be very valuable as well, but they're only valuable if they're terraformable. Almost every single system has high metal content worlds, and I don't want to stop in every single system to scan because it's going to take forever and I'm not going to get anywhere. So in order to get a good balance between speed and also making some money along the way, I only stop if I spot an Earth-like, a water world, or an ammonia world. Because then I know for a fact that there is going to be a high-value planet in the system. And if I'm stopped in the system anyway, then I might go and say, okay, if there are terraformable high metal contents, then I will also go and scan them unless they're too far away. So again, open up, and we'll see there immediately. That could be an Earth-like. That is likely an Earth-like. So we just found an Earth-like, I think. It's right on the edge, but I think that's an Earth-like. If I spot some exobiology, I might go and do it. What stars did you say you filter down? G and F type stars are where I usually find these kind of things. So I just get a bit of distance to the star so that it's not in the way, and now we get to scanning. So we basically find an orbit line and just follow the orbit line around. And then we just began to tune in the scanner. And when I'm scanning the planets, hold on, there's something else there. There's that, yeah, that's the Earth-like. There it is. So when I'm scanning the planet, I'm looking at the feature list in the upper right-hand corner. That shows me if there's biologicals or anything like that on it. And I'm also looking at the locations in again, top right-hand panel there, where it says locations. Those two places I look, because if there's anything interesting on the planet, it's going to spawn there. So this says none in either cases. But that's okay, because we found our Earth-like. So now we can go back and we can continue our scans. So now we'll just go and scan the entire system. And there's just one planet left we need to find. There it is. Okay, so now that the system scan has been completed, we go and check. And what I'm looking for is all these high metal content. You can see it based on the symbol here. There's this like ingots. See this empty line here? If that empty line, that can say candidate for terraforming. If it does so, it's a valuable planet. So now let's look at these. Not a candidate. There we go. This spot is a candidate for terraforming. So this is a valuable planet to scan. This one also. That one there, that's the Earth-like. That's also very valuable. You can see we are the first one to discover these. But he didn't actually go and take the two terraformables. He just scanned the Earth-like and move on. The guy who's been here before us. That one's not valuable. That one's not valuable. So that means we have 3 valuable planets. 1, 2, 3, and then the Earth-like. So we're just going to start from the beginning and then go through them and map them. Do I use EDSM? Yes. High metals without terraforming is still a few million? No, they're not that much. For first map? No, they can't be that much. Yeah. But how much are the terraformables for first map? Because the terraformables are quite valuable, if I recall. Is it really better to go clear near the galaxy center? No. It's just that I happen to be in this area, and I like to be in this area. Go to Explorer's Acronaut, we can go there too, yeah. Might actually be worth going and doing a stop and sell some exploration data while we're there. Someone on Twitter wrote that VR plus voice attack is love. And they're right. I mean, problem is voice attack and live streaming. I don't know. I feel like I spent enough time already talking with you guys. I don't need to talk to the game as well. And I have more than 100 buttons in front of me. I think I have enough input options. How much do you think I've earned this 2-hour session? It's really difficult to say, but a good guess in round numbers, probably say 15, 20 million maybe. Something like that. Not a lot. Yeah, it's another good point people talking about in chat here, that if you use voice attack on Discord, please, for the love of God, use voice push to talk. Because having people in the voice chats that are sitting talking to their game and then hot micing is quite annoying. So if you aren't in voice chats, do everyone a favor and then use push to talk if you use voice attack as well. Okay, that one is done. Hi John, welcome. How long are we outside the bubble yet? We're probably getting close to... We can actually calculate that. We are probably like 22,000 light years out. A nice ending up with our Earth-like. That should be really nice. Oh, overshooting again. I need to begin to remember that I'm actually using a throttle, because I've been so used to just when I was flying with a self-centering HOSAT setup, that I had to just, I just activated 75%, I just flew with that. But now I'm just pushing the throttle all the way forward, and then it ends up overshooting all the time. It's kind of an ugly planet. Can we land on it? No. It's still ugly. Okay, 7 probes. We're gonna do it with 6. Oh. Have a good rest of the stream and have fun exploring. Good night and Godspeed. Thank you very much. Thanks for dropping by. Well, that's a little bit off center there on the back, but we got it anyway. Now for the reason we are here. The Earth-like. I love Earth-likes out here close to the core, because they just look so like out of place. Is the bot not working today? Oh. It's working over on Twitch, but not on YouTube. Or what? Hey, Michael. We are somewhere close to the core, heading towards SAG-A. I think we are approximately 3,000-ish light years from SAG-A right now. It's so beautiful. Might have stopped a little early there. We're gonna go in close, take a closer look at this one. Verma says, I got the mouse mat delivered to a pickup point. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Nice. I got mine yesterday. Day before yesterday? I think the day before yesterday. I love it. Okay. Just do a very slow flyby here. So beautiful. Have you ever tried Space Engine? Yes. That can make some beautiful shots as well. Look at that. There's a bit of a mess up there with the storm cell that's been all elongated. That's not supposed to look like that. Do you think there might be some way to treat Elite Dangerous graphics contrast to look a bit like SE? Maybe with the Nvidia thing, I think you could. Ah, Space Engine. Possibly. I just want to see that sunset. You guys ready for it? And wait for that atmosphere. There's the glow. Look at that. Oh, it popped in. It was prettier when it was dark. Looks like there's some big hurricanes. Yeah, they have some pretty violent weather there. Hurricane season. So nice. So, hold on, where did I put... There. Ah, that's where I put speed. So, with the mandatory spaceship in front of things, I think it's time to call the stream tonight. It's been 2.5 hours. We made some good distance, I think, for some good planets, and it was nice getting back out and doing some exploration out in the black again. It's been a while. Future live stream, we're gonna continue to head towards Sag, and with a little bit of luck, we might actually make it next time. So we'll see how close we are. Okay. It will have to be a longer live stream next time if we have to make it. We are not quite halfway there, so maybe I'm gonna split it up in two. I don't know. 242 likes. That is very nice. Thank you guys. Huge thank you to all you guys who've been liking the live stream today. That was pretty nice. Definitely more exploration live streams coming up. Yeah, remember, if you want to have some reviews of some new Virtual gear, that's coming out tomorrow. And the plan for Saturday's video is that I'm gonna show you how you can run Elite Dangerous Horizon 4.0 even though you have bought Odyssey. So you can go and play Horizon 4.0 even though you have Odyssey. That's the plan for Saturday, and then more Virtual reviews next week, and then we'll see what happens at the end of next week. I haven't planned that out yet. But first of all, huge thank you to all you guys who've been watching, who've been liking the live stream. If you haven't already, there's still the code for the merch store called Fix My Scope. If you go to d2eastore.com, you can get some cool merchandise, desk mat, t-shirt, mugs, lots of cool stuff. Please go and check it out. And if there are products that you feel like, hey, I would really like to have that icon on my hoodie or whatever, let me know and we'll see what we can do. But for now, at least, I'm gonna call it for today, and I'll probably be hanging out over on Discord for like half an hour here after the live stream, so do come by Discord and say hi. I'm just gonna go and get a quick bio break, and then I'll see you guys on Discord in 5 minutes or something. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I will see you guys in space.